Good morning, traders. Russell Sandiford here for Easy Markets, your Wednesday morning market update. Well, last night certainly gave us a very, very, very clear indication just how much money is on the sidelines whenever the US dollar comes back into fashion. We really saw that evident play out pretty strongly in dollar yen. Dollar yen was dribbling for most of Monday, and then Tuesday decided to get a rocket and take a run at 111. I was talking to Tony here from Easy Markets yesterday about 110.80 possibly being a bit of a ceiling. So I'm keen to see if dollar yen can get above that level. But without getting too creative there's a lot of data to come, traders. Bear in mind we've got the key FOMC meeting minutes at 4 a.m. tomorrow, not to mention oil numbers tonight. Aussie jobs tomorrow is very big as well. But don't underestimate the power of the US dollar. What happened last night specifically were two things. Basically three things. One is the retail sales. In my analysis written for the website yesterday, I made a point of saying don't underestimate the US dollar and the power of retail sales if that's a solid number, and it was. We didn't know that would be solid, but we do know the power of retail sales. It's a very big market indicator of getting back on track in terms of that US dollar and rate hike path for the Fed. So long story short, the second thing as well was another Fed speaker talked up the dollar generally. And again, we didn't see any negative headlines out of North Korea. So they're the three top things that are bringing traders back into the risk assets. But that's probably not the best way to say it. It was more a dollar long story driven by treasuries and those other three things. It wasn't really a rush to back into risk assets at all. Now we saw that play out, and the reason why I can say that that last comment with confidence is we saw the Aussie and the Kiwi finally move down below the recent lows that they were both holding. So the Aussie, for example, has taken a pummel there back to 78.30 or just under. I've been calling 77.50 for a while, but I might get grey hair waiting for that one. But we do have Aussie jobs tomorrow, so keep your powder dry for that one at 11:30 a.m. tomorrow. If you're looking for a trade today, I'm very interested to see where dollar CAD grinds to. Again, in the weekly video on Monday on the website, and almost every day in my analysis, I've been going on about dollar CAD's recovery story. Bear in mind, this pair was at 137 about 2 months ago, or 9 weeks or something like that. So being back to 127 is no surprise for mine. I think that can get to 128 and keep grinding that divergence back towards that 130 for a longer term play. That is an interesting pair to consider. There's action everywhere though. For gold traders, there was action on the downside, moving back from that high of 1290 back to 1270. But take a look at dollar CAD long. Look out for those Aussie jobs numbers tomorrow. The Kiwi's another interesting one just before we wrap up here, because the Kiwi got pummeled yesterday. I'm extremely surprised to see that under 72.50. But now that it is firmly under that level, you've got to sell even from here. I think it's going to take a run much more downside perhaps coming up. As always, if you need a hand, just get hold of us here at Easy Markets and trade well.